to the chair umpire, and then as she walked back towards her team, Aryna also mentioned that again, as because the supervisor is sitting by her team.
And for me, this is hindrance. This is hindrance for me. Okay? Because you don't make the normal sound.
Louise.
Stop. Hindrance.
To me,
that's nothing abnormal.
If you thought tennis umpires only cared about line calls and foot faults, think again. In a semifinal clash that had everyone talking, Aryna Sabalenka was hit with a point penalty for her grunt. Yes, you heard that right. Grunting. The world #1 walked off the court furious, demanding answers, and the fallout has gone absolutely viral. Today, we're diving into the Sabalenka hindrance scandal. The moment that shook fans, sparked social media outrage, and had even the biggest names in tennis raising eyebrows. It all happened on January 29th during a semifinal match between Aryna Sabalenka and Aryna Svitolina. The match was intense, full of powerful serves, blistering ground strokes, and the kind of tension only a Grand Slam semifinal can deliver. Sabalenka, known for her aggressive playing style and intense energy on court, was bringing her usual fire. She was dominating rallies, smashing winners, and yes, grunting. But then the unexpected happened. During a particularly long rally, the chair umpire stopped the match and issued Sabalenka a point penalty. The reason? Hindrance. According to the umpire, Sabalenka's grunt was not normal, and it was somehow affecting her opponent. Fans in the stadium were stunned. On social media, reactions ranged from disbelief to outright outrage. And if you know Sabalenka, you know this was about to get dramatic. Beyond the immediate outrage, this moment sparked a larger conversation about the evolution of tennis as a sport. Modern tennis is faster, more aggressive, and more physically demanding than ever before. Players are constantly pushing the limits of endurance, strength, and focus. Grunting, which once might have been considered a minor annoyance, has become a natural byproduct of this intensity. When umpires start policing sounds that are integral to a player's rhythm, it raises the question, are we penalizing skill or simply expression? Right after the call, Sabalenka's frustration boiled over. On court, she confronted the umpire and asked almost incredulously, "What is wrong with you?" The clip immediately exploded online. Fans couldn't get enough. People were replaying it, posting GIFs, and debating whether the umpire's decision made sense. The reactions were unanimous in tone. This is absurd. The situation also highlighted the emotional strain that professional athletes face. Tennis is unique in that players are entirely responsible for their performance on the court. There's no coach or teammate to shield them from the referee's calls. To have a top player like Sabalenka penalized for something as inherent as grunting adds another layer of psychological pressure. The stakes aren't just points, they're reputations, career milestones, and years of preparation boiled down to a few tense moments on court. That's why Sabalenka's response resonated with so many people. She wasn't just arguing a point. She was standing up for herself in a high-pressure environment where judgment calls can feel arbitrary and personal. And it wasn't just the fans. Analysts, commentators, and former players chimed in. Some defended the umpire, citing the rules around hindrance. Others called it one of the most ridiculous moments in recent tennis history. The consensus? Sabalenka had been unfairly penalized for something every player does, especially someone with her aggressive style. Let's break it down. In tennis, players are expected to maintain fair play, but what counts as a hindrance is often subjective. A hindrance can be anything that distracts or obstructs an opponent. A ball bouncing into their court, someone shouting, or in rare cases, player noise. But here's the kicker. Grunting is part of Sabalenka's game. She has always played with intensity, and her grunts are not only natural but also a part of her rhythm. To suddenly label it not normal felt arbitrary, unfair, and frankly, like a personal attack. For fans, this wasn't just a rule interpretation, it was an attack on Sabalenka's identity as a player. People took to Twitter and Instagram, posting memes, calling out the umpire, and defending Sabalenka's right to play her game without interference. Some compared it to punishing a singer for hitting high notes too loudly. It made no sense. Sabalenka didn't hold back after the match. In her post-match interview, she vented her frustration in a way that made everyone stop and pay attention. She didn't just hint at her anger, she expressed it fully. She asked questions that were both direct and viral ready. What is wrong with you? This is my style. I've played this way my whole career. The tone, the energy, the sheer honesty. It was exactly what makes these moments unforgettable. The moment was raw, human, and completely relatable. Everyone watching felt her frustration, even if they hadn't been following the match. As soon as clips of her confrontation hit social media, the memes, reactions, and debates started flying. Fans recreated the moment, added captions like, "When the umpire hates your grunt," or "Sabalenka versus the world," and it quickly became a trending topic. Some compared the ruling to punishing someone for breathing too loudly, others called it peak tennis absurdity. The viral energy wasn't just online chatter. Sports news outlets picked it up, analysts debated it on television, and casual fans who may not even follow tennis were suddenly glued to their screens. In short, Sabalenka's grunt had become bigger than the match itself. This isn't just about a point penalty. This moment raises serious questions about tennis officiating and the consistency of rules. If a top player can get penalized for a habitual part of their game, what does that mean for other players? Is personal style being unfairly scrutinized? And how much subjective judgment should an umpire have over something as natural as a grunt? Tennis is one of the most mentally demanding sports in the world. Players train for years, hone their style, and develop routines that help them perform at their best. Penalizing a player for the way they express effort, focus, or intensity can feel like punishing someone for being themselves. And in Sabalenka's case, it was more than a small warning. It was a point penalty in a semifinal, a high-stakes situation where every point counts. If this reminds you of past grunting controversies, you're not wrong. Over the years, players like Monica Seles, Maria Sharapova, and even Novak Djokovic have faced criticism for loud grunts or vocalizations. The difference here is how public and absurd the response felt. Sabalenka wasn't just told to tone it down. She was penalized mid-match and publicly called out for something she's done for her entire career. That's what made this moment explode. Interestingly, this moment quickly sparked debates far beyond professional tennis. Amateur players, coaches, and casual fans started asking, how loud is too loud? Should habitual player behaviors be subject to penalties? And most importantly, how do you enforce fairness without stripping away the individuality and style that make the sport exciting? Discussions about technique, rhythm, and the psychological role of vocalization in tennis emerged across social media, interviews, and sports forums. This wasn't just a viral clip. It became a case study in how rules intersect with human expression. The support for Sabalenka was overwhelming. Fans defended her style, athletes shared their own experiences, and former players spoke out against what they called overreach by umpires. One common theme emerged. Tennis has to balance rule enforcement with understanding player individuality. Some social media posts read like this: "Sabalenka is being herself. Let her play." This is a new level of unnecessary. The umpire needs to calm down. You can't penalize someone for being a competitor. Even casual observers got involved, sharing their own workplace or life analogies. Imagine being punished for the way you cheer at work or the way you breathe while focused. That's the kind of absurdity people saw here. This moment also reflects a larger trend in professional tennis: how much authority umpires have and how subjective calls can impact matches. Tennis prides itself on sportsmanship, fairness, and the respect of rules. But when a subjective interpretation affects a top player in a semifinal, fans naturally question the system. And let's be honest, moments like this also go viral because they're entertaining. The combination of a superstar player, an unusual rule, and a fiery reaction makes for perfect social media content. But behind the humor and memes, there's a serious question. Are players being treated fairly, or is the entertainment factor taking precedence? Despite the absurdity, Sabalenka didn't let it define her. She won the match, advanced to the final, and later addressed the controversy calmly but firmly. She made it clear that she's proud of her style and won't change the way she plays just because someone called it not normal. That confidence, combined with her skill, is exactly why fans love her. She turned a frustrating situation into a statement. You can try to penalize me, but you can't take away my identity as a player. Let's sum up why this incident exploded online. Absurdity. A point penalty for grunting? That's headline-making material. Relatable frustration. Everyone's been unfairly criticized at some point, and Sabalenka's reaction is pure human emotion. Star power. Aryna Sabalenka is one of the biggest names in tennis. Anything she does gets attention. Memes and social media. The short, dramatic clip of her confronting the umpire is perfect viral content. The Sabalenka hindrance scandal isn't just a funny clip for fans to share. It's a wake-up call for tennis. The sport needs to balance fairness with understanding player individuality. Grunting, emotional reactions, and personal style are part of what makes tennis exciting and human. Penalizing players for that, especially in the middle of high-stakes matches, risks making the game feel rigid and out of touch. Sabalenka handled the situation with honesty, passion, and resilience. Her on-court rant, her pointed question to the umpire, and her determination to play her way made this one of the most memorable viral moments in tennis history. Whether you're a die-hard tennis fan or just someone who loves watching sports drama unfold, this is the kind of story that stays with you. So what do you think? Was the point penalty justified, or was it a ridiculous attack on Sabalenka's style? Should tennis embrace individuality, or is it time to enforce stricter norms? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this isn't going away anytime soon. And if you loved reliving this wild tennis moment, hit that like button and subscribe. We've got more stories, scandals, and viral tennis moments coming your way. Trust me, you don't want to miss the next one.